told my nigga now I'm about to make a public. Put that on my hood, give me a couple of years. You know, whole life and do it all, keep saying no tears. Thinking about the past, wishing I could perfect mine. It's hard coming where I'm from, or I know it's why. I know it's been like this on the third, better get the road. Niggas make the see shine, only one thing is fall. I'm where I'm from, niggas struggle every day. So I could be late, but niggas feel what I take. But they not holding me back until I make it home. I gotta do it for these children, mommy carry on. Penny in my hand, got blocks on my back. Yeah, do it for my hood, cause you know it's where I'm at. Everywhere a nigga go, I stay reppin' my town. Detroit be the city where it all goes down. Penny in my hand, got blocks on my back. Yeah, do it for my hood, cause you know it's where I'm at. Everywhere a nigga go, I stay reppin' my town. Detroit be the city where it all goes down.
You want to look like you got waves. You got waves, man. Good job, guys. Good job. Yo, you know what it is, man. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man. Straight from the E Block, live on your dial. Every Tuesday between 8 and 9, dog. You know how we do it. Mm-hmm. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
I do Monk Money.
You know what I'm saying? Monk Money in the building, man. The dynamic duo, we out here. You know what it is, man. It's Tuesday. So if you got Twitter, it's Tweet Me Tuesday, you dig? So you got to hit me and my mans up. All right, hit up Real Monk Money on Twitter. And hit up your boy, man, Hood Howard Stern, also on Twitter. Also on Instagram, also on everything. It's the same thing. Hood Howard Stern.
Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, though, if you're on Facebook, too, you got to like our Facebook page, man. Straight from the E-Block. www.facebook.com/straight from the E-Block, dog. Don't get no easier than that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, anyway, after you get done tweeting and doing all that stuff, don't forget, too, if you're listening online right now and you're tweeting, you can also hit us on tweet, hashtag E-Block Radio. We'll read your comment, you know what I'm saying, live on the air. You feel me? All right, so it's Tuesday, man. So, you know, we ain't been here in a week. So what's been going on, bro?
Man, a little bit of nothing, a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever that means, all right?
A little bit of nothing, a little bit of something, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't did too much of nothing, bro. I went out with the fellas and my cousin Friday night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Food with it, got a food with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up right there.
What else I do? I went to the Ribs and Soul Fest, man. You know
you did go?
I did go.
No, my cousin was down there singing and shit at that's at Hart Plaza, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my man LeBron, Gino 7, they was down there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah?
So, yeah. I didn't even get a chance to get down there though. Go ahead anyway. How was it? Did you get some ribs?
Yes, I did. Yes,
was they good?
They was
on point?
They was pretty good.
You know, I ain't never been to the Ribs and Soul Fest. Who do the cooking? Who do the cooking?
A lot of different places.
Oh, just places? Oh, okay. All right.
But other than that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't do too much of nothing, you know what I'm saying, chill. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I went out, you know, doing my thing. During the week, you know, I work at the plantation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all weekend?
I still got waps on my back, bro.
They say I got waps. Not waps, but waps.
Waps.
All right, I dig that.
Right.
That's what's up. That was a long weekend. I guess you was, you know, getting your slave on. I ain't mad at you on that.
For sure.
Other than that, who, like, it'd be other, like, I don't even know how it worked. Like, it'd be performers down there. Because I know my man said they was down there singing.
Well, like, it'd be like,
depending on where you at.
A plethora of booths.
You gonna use the word, dog?
I tried to do it. I did. But there's a lot of booths.
Yeah, that.
They got, you know, African decor. You got
they have to stay down there, don't they? They even gotta be the African American World Fest and no shit like that.
But they stay down there. But you know, they had like dresses and food, you know what I'm saying? Like jewelry booths, you know what I mean? You know they only do the sunglass joint.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, And then they had a little stage down at the bottom. They got
Well, yeah, I got some sunglasses from there.
I know. I was with you.
You was with me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you was with me. That's still, okay, yeah. Anyway, dog, I told you what, yeah, dog, he had a girlfriend with him. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, so anyway, what else went on, dog?
That was about it for your boy.
About it. All right, that's what's up, man. No movies?
Nope.
Damn, for real?
For real.
Oh, all right. I guess that's what's up.
Yep.
All right, so shout out to the Rivers of Soul Fest, man. Shout out to my man LaRon, Soul Deacon of G-Note 7. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing Sunday. I seen a couple of videos on Facebook, and this nigga's cigarette is killing me right now. I'm dying over here. I'm dying I can't breathe. But anyway, like you said, we kicked it Friday night, man. Was that? No, that was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, it was Saturday night. Yeah, so we kicked it Saturday night, dog. That was cool. Shout out to the what is it, the Orchid?
Orchid.
Yeah, the Orchid, dog. Not the black Orchid, but the Orchid
Right.
in Ferndale, dog. $2 everything from 9 to 11. Crazy. So you heard it here first, man. E-Block Radio was in the building on a Saturday. $2 everything, dog. Everything.
Anything you can drink, $2.
Dog, beer, liquor, whatever. Probably could have bought a toot down there, but I wasn't down there for that.
Man, I was Red Bull and Henny out. You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. I don't even like Red Bull. I was kind of mad about that, though.
Yeah.
It kind of had me fucked up a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to Orchid, man. Shout out to everybody that came and kicked it, you know what I'm saying? All the nigga whole family.
Yeah.
People from the hood, everything was good, man. We might have to do it again this weekend because, you know, 2G's birthday is Saturday, so we might have to do something this weekend.
Okay.
We'll figure that out, though. So shout out to 2G's wherever you at, though. I know you don't make it to the studio no more, and that's all good. We're not gonna make no comments as to why you don't come to the studio no more. We're gonna leave it at that, man. But anyway, outside of that, though, I think that was pretty much it for me. Sunday, I did go out to. Actually, Sunday, I went out to Belle Isle, man. I went out with my girl to her little brother's birthday party. Had a little picnic out there. And, dude, I ain't been to Belle Isle in so many years.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not ever going to go back after that. But it was straight, though. You know what I'm saying, as far as the family shit go. But I guess it was a car show Sunday. I didn't even know. And that shit was...
Slapping.
Dog, that shit was slapping. But it wasn't, like, slapping, like, not a good thing. Like, I was ready to go home, dog. Like, I don't play them games no more, dog. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be sitting on the bridge and niggas drunk and can't drive. You know, I'm on the strip. You know, I don't do that no more, dog. I mean, shout out to the people that do it, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at y'all. You know, if you 40 and you still, you know what I'm saying, hanging on the curb at Belle Isle, hey, that's your thing, I guess. I don't know.
You like it.
Yeah, you like it. I think we must have burnt it up because I used to tear that bitch up, dog. We used to tear that boy up, for real. But anyway, we ain't going to get into all that, though. So I want to bring up no old stories and no shit like that.
Right.
But anyway, man. So we going to move right along, man. D Will's supposed to be coming down. I just hollered at him earlier, so you know he in town, so he's supposed to come down and kick it with us. So we're gonna have a little company in the studio. Shout out to Gigi, man. She said she wasn't gonna be able to make it today. She making some birthday party arrangements for one of her homegirls. So you know she working outside the studio, but hopefully she'll give us a call today. And I want to give a shout out to all the people listening on Ustream, all the people on eblockradio.com, and now just join us, all the people on Spreaker.com. So if you on Spreaker.com, don't forget that you got to hit us up, 760-283-4647 for us to hear what's going on with you. But real quick, man, before we head to that commercial break, though, we're going to throw it out there. So in case y'all haven't been following us on everything that we own, then today's topic, dog, we're talking about the bus driver's responsibility. Now, I don't know if y'all are up on exactly what happened. It's about a couple of weeks ago, but had a little dude just got jumped on something seriously, right? And the bus driver basically made the phone call at dispatch trying to get some help, but he didn't intervene. And they trying to figure out, you know, should they be charging him, you know, for not doing something? And I don't really think so, but I want to hear what people got to say. Then we just going to talk about public, you know, people who work with the public anyway. I just want to see, what do we expect of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly do you expect of them? And we're going to get into all that, though. So don't forget, if you're on Spreaker, if you're on Ustream, you got to hit us up, 760-283-4647, man. Hit that number one key when you get on. But I'll pay a couple of bills, so we'll be back in like about 2 minutes. Holla at your boy, man. You know what it is. E-Block Radio.
Witness the black tie experience. Black tie photography serves in all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/blacktiepictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
Are you looking to start a new career? Let Choice Career Studies help you take your next steps towards success. We offer digital administration courses that can be completed in 4 short and easy weekends. For $495, we'll give you the fundamentals of digital administration, resume and interview skills, and assist with job placement. Give us a call today, 586-222-5457.
Yo, it's your boy, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, the host of the livest cloud radio show on the planet. You know what it is, straight from the E Block. We live every week and we reaching over 60,000 listeners. So you know what that means? If you got a small business or a product that you want to promote, this could be the perfect venue for you. You want to learn some more about how you can advertise on our platform? Go to the website, www.eblockradio.com. See what package works for you. We got packages as low as $25 a month. $25 a month, where can you get that at? We're reaching over 60,000 listeners. Hey, you want to get more information, don't forget, go to the website, www.eblockradio.com. Advertise with the livest cloud radio show on the planet. You heard it here first. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Get at me. Yo, what's the deal? We back. We back on the E-Block, the loudest cloud radio show on the planet. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern and Monk Money. Let's get back to it.
Yo, you know what it is, man. Loudest cloud radio show on the planet. I ain't gotta tell you no more. Straight from the E-Block, man. Live in the got my man in here. Real Monk Money. Not the fake Monk Money, but the real Monk Money. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern. We back in the building. Hey, so look, if you just joined us, man, we've been chopping it up, just kicking it about the weekend, but now we're about to dive into the topic, man. We want to talk about public transportation drivers, man. What are our expectations for, what they need to do as far as, safety? Now, I think we're gonna dive into both of these though, because I want to talk about public transportation drivers for, like the city transportation, and then like is it different for, for school kids? Like is it any different? But anyway, just to jump off into the subject, just to put y'all up on game, like I said, it was a incident down in Florida. A bus driver was driving the bus. Three actually, 15-year-old boys. Damn near killed this little 13-year-old kid. It ain't funny, man. I ain't laughing like that, but I'm saying they stomped him out like for real. So dude on the dispatch trying to get dispatch to call the police. He called the police, but he never intervened. So now they trying to say, should he be charged for not stepping in, dog? So. And if y'all listen out now, I got some people on the phone. Right, well,
No, I want to see what this.
You want to see what he gonna say? All right, because I wanted to go into how we chop it up, but I think we'll go to the phone lines first. Don't forget though, if you're on eblockradio.com, on Spreaker.com, or on Ustream, man, hit us up 760-283-4647. Hit that number one key. We go up to the phone lines now. I got 313-212. You on live straight from the E-Block. Holla at your boy.
Okay. First of all, wait, how are y'all doing?
We good with that. Go and get into it then.
Okay, first of all, we need to remember that they are bus drivers. And there was a time where, they used to help and all of this stuff. But now you gotta remember, they're having stuff done to them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he should be charged at all. At all, I don't think he should be charged. If he was calling dispatch or whateve, then yeah, call dispatch. But if it was a brawl or something, no.
Right. So you say now does it matter that it's a school bus as opposed to public transportation?
Wait, say that one more time.
Doesn't matter the difference whether it's driving a school bus with full of kids or a regular bus for city transportation.
You know what? In a way, yes, because you're a school bus driver. My aunt used to drive for DPS.
Okay.
And yes, you're in charge of the kids. Yes, you have a bus attendant on the bus with you. You know what I'm saying? But this is totally different. Those are children that you're dealing with. You're out in public, now you trying to help, now somebody trying to help them help you, like, that could, I think that could have got a lot worse than what it was.
Right.
Like, I would have called for help. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have jumped into that either if it was a brawl. If it was just two of them, then, break it up. Break it up. But a brawl, you don't want to be in that. That's ugly.
Well, definitely, yeah. I can definitely dig that, but I do have to ask you this. Would it have made a difference if that was your 13-year-old son getting stumped out like that?
Would it have, you know what? Maybe. I probably would.
Right.
Happen to me out. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I would or that I wouldn't because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I put myself in other people's shoes. Yeah. Maybe I would. But we got to put ourselves in the bus driver's shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Should you be charged?
Right. No, he definitely shouldn't be charged. I'll be the first to admit that that's a crazy assumption for them to even think that that's practical for them to even try to charge him. Definitely not. I just know that the situation is a little bit different, because of school kids.
That's true, but see, even still, like you said, him being charged, I don't even see it like that. I just feel if you let people like Casey Anthony go free, shit, if he fuck it, let him go free.
Right, I hear you. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, let me ask you this though: Have you ever been in a situation like that where some violence broke out on the bus?
I've been in a situation where I had to it wasn't a fight, but yes, I have taken up for an older woman.
Right.
When a little teenage boy was disrespecting her, she calling her bitches.
Wow.
And she taking too long to go over to the seat. I stepped in, and this a guy we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't have the heart to sit and let something, happen. The least you could do is call for help. Don't just sit and watch.
Right.
That's my whole thing. If you call for help, call for help.
Exactly. Well, he definitely did that. They got all that on tape, so he definitely did that.
But this is the same person that told me today at work that what if that was your kid?
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what you had expected. Yeah. I think that's gonna always be different.
But no, child, we was talking about old boy being shot. That's something totally different. You said you would just walk past. You wouldn't do nothing. My whole
thing. For real?
That's fucking
nothing. Did you hear what I said? The least you could do
is
call for help.
For sure.
You said you wouldn't do nothing. That's what got me ticked off. We have children.
Right.
Somebody, child.
Right, and I just said that, hey, listen to me.
We got to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Maybe I would be like that, maybe I wouldn't, but don't just say, no, I ain't doing that, or it ain't going to be like that. You don't know how it's going to be.
Right.
Hey, I just said that, I agree with you 100%. I was just saying that to hear your voice on the show. And then wait.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to kick your ass. All right.
All right,
Siobhan, I'm going to kick your ass.
Thanks for the call, though. That's what's up, though. Now, so, definitely, I guess I'm going to jump in real quick because normally I go last, but definitely I don't believe he should be charged. I think it's going to be a different feeling for everybody just depending on, whose kid this is. I figured out the little dude who was getting stumped out, I'm sure his parents probably like, damn, they wish he had to stop him, But at the same time, like she mentioned, I'm just looking at the old dude perspective. Now, me and you, driving that bus, then that shit 9 times out of 10 probably wasn't even gonna happen.
Right.
Because dudes be they be playing the tough tone role and shit, but they know the shit that they can do, and who they can do it with.
Yep.
So I'm just thinking, at my age and everything, I probably would have stopped it. But dude's 60, he's 60 something. Let me see how old he was. I want to say dude was like 69 or something. You know what I'm saying? So, he an old dude, and I'm not expecting him to, I ain't really expecting him to stop him. But I'm gonna tell you like this though, to just put a different spin on it. Shit, it's a bus full of kids. Nobody stopped it. Nobody stopped it. So you expect an old man to?
Yeah, you should charge them too. Everybody on the bus.
Charge the little kids.
Everybody on the bus. From the babies all the way on up. If that's how you feel, you know what I mean? Because bro, I just heard a story that was messed up, bro. I wasn't at work, but the head valet dude got shot and in a coma.
Huh?
Yes.
At work?
At work.
What?
1 o'clock in the morning. Because he ran out, he heard some screaming and hollering, he ran out, 2 chicks was getting robbed by some dude. So he's tried to stop him and got shot in the face, bro.
Damn, straight up?
Shot right in the eyeball, dude.
What? In a coma?
In a coma.
Shit.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what make you scared to help people.
That right there, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, though. It's something.
You gonna react.
You gonna react.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's from calling the police or hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Something's gonna jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly, bro, I give the utmost to this guy, man. That's in a coma, man, because he run down, risked his neck, man, and he literally risked his neck, bro.
Yeah. Damn. I hope he be alright, man.
Me too, man. I'm praying for him. I saw them shout a prayer to him as soon as I heard about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because dude, he didn't have to do anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
He could have stayed right behind where he was at. You know, right behind what he was doing.
Right, exactly.
Instead, he come running out trying to rescue him.
Because he knew he wasn't going to be able to live with the 7%.
Yeah,
I mean, that's usually, most of us have that in you. I mean, even if you're afraid, when you able to, stop some shit from happening, you're more likely to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, shit like that is what I'm talking about. So that's why, of course, the 60-plus-year-old bus driver was probably petrified. I mean, you could hear it in his voice, dude. He was petrified, and he called the dispatch and called the police. And you know what? This is what I'm mad about, is that nobody was even thinking about the dude getting charged. But while he called the police or whatever, then the police sergeant, what's his name? I'm going to find his name. We'll give him a shout out. Police Sergeant Thomas Woodman. All right. Shout out to, not really a shout out to Thomas Woodman, but now he says that he's going to deliver the case to the courts because he feel like he should have intervened. Now, had he intervened and beat the shit out of all 3 of them 15-year-old kids, then he'd be going to jail. Right. So where is the line, dog? And when I say where's the line, I mean as far as law enforcement and as far as people's expectations. Like, what do they expect? I mean, honestly, I don't expect a bus driver to break up a lot of fights because they've been getting their ass beaten, shot at, and faces sliced. Right. And I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He got on the horn. He called dispatch. He called the police. I mean, if he'd have jumped in there and they started whooping his ass, who was going to save him? He's 69 years old.
And Sergeant Thomas Woodard, anybody want to be Superman all the time. Right. You Superman. You the cop. You want to protect the sergeant. That's your job.
Right.
That is your job. His job is to drive a bus.
Exactly.
He's point A to point B. He can't have a gun.
Right.
He can't have none of that stuff. He ain't got a M11 in the car. He ain't got a 12 gauge next to him. And he ain't got a sidearm. And he's supposed to jump out there and risk his life.
And he's not trained.
And he's not trained.
That's my whole thing. He's not trained to diffuse shit. Like that, as far as I know, there ain't no training in bus driving. Like they're not showing you how to disarm an armed man and shit like that. So I mean, when you look at it like that, how can they legitimately, try to charge? Now I want to hear from some other people, and you know what I really want to hear from is people with kids, because I just want to know how different that opinion is. Because I'm willing to believe that there's some people out there who think that, had that been their child, they definitely would have wanted him to, to step in and, save their kid. Now, dude didn't die or nothing, but I'm saying they gave him a good ass whooping, though. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it, well, I mean, not the funny thing about it, but, I mean, obviously these little dudes must be terrorizing the school because nobody attempted to stop their ass. No. I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. If now the word on the street is, you know what I'm saying? The word on the street is that the whole reason the thing jumped off is because I guess they tried to sell some weed to the little dude, and he told on their ass. He told his teacher, like, hey, them three tried to sell me some weed. So I guess they got mad and they went to go jump him and shit. Now, the 13-year-old kid probably a square ass dude. You know what I'm saying? He probably not. Nobody fuck with him like that. So how you gonna let three dudes jump on my man? I mean, I'm talking about as far as the little kids on the bus.
Right.
I mean, somebody had to band up and be like, dog, y'all just not gonna whoop my man ass.
But I mean, think about it. They selling weed on, they in the streets.
Yeah.
A lot of them kids ain't
don't know
nothing about that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So they see that right there off rip. They automatically scared of these dudes. Like, dang, they selling weed.
Right.
They
doing that, so they don't want to mess around.
They don't want to mess around because they figure, look, retaliation is a must.
Oh, you should have known, dog, when he dropped the shit, man. What up, dog? D Will in the building. What up, boy?
What up?
What up, dog? Got my man D Will in the building, dog. You want to get some?
Did you see a ghost?
Yeah. Want to get on camera, dog? Some face down. I got my man D Will in the building. You know what I'm saying? No fried pickles, but it's all good. Oh shit! We got Doc 2G in the building. What up? My heart dropped. And I already got some in the refrigerator though. Grab it right quick, low key.
I saw a ghost.
There's two in the freezer, low key. Okay. Hey, my man just hit the studio. I said 2G's in super minute. But anyway, dog, because we was just clowning your ass for not never being here. But anyway, back on this too, man, real quick. D Will, I'm gonna ask you about that, man. Just throw you in the hot spot right quick. So we talking about, the bus driver incident. We just trying to figure out. Now, obviously, it's two things. Now, first of all, I want to know, what do you think the constraints is as far as what the bus driver should be doing as far as intervening in violence on this bus? And then I just want to say, would that decision be different if that was your 13-year-old son getting stumped out? Would you have really wanted him? You probably would have wanted him to stop that fight.
I think first of all, if you address it, if it's my child, I think you want somebody to stop, no matter where, bus driver or not.
Yeah.
But I think bus driver, especially since we're talking about our city and we're the condition of our city, I feel like, man, if you're not trained in that, if you can't carry a weapon, if you can't get that, sometimes you just gotta do what you got. Call the police. As if if something happened in your neighborhood, because if you or me see somebody out here, sometimes if I see a dude pumping his woman, you don't know if you need to get involved in it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know it ain't right that a dude might be beating his old lady down, but it might not be your business to get into it. And so I figure with the bus driver, I think even if he did intervene, say somebody get hurt, not a bus company probably.
Not a bus, exactly.
He get sued. He's gonna lose his job. So I think it's a tough situation, man. I think unless they put in some kind of law and they train them and they give them the authority to start doing that stuff,
right? Exactly.
Then I think it clears them to do that. But I still think you won't have 100% of them that are like in a city like Detroit. They want to get involved in that because this incident just happened to go a little further than what the rest of them do, but.
Right.
That stuff happen all the time, man. You know what I'm saying?
So now, what about this though? You think how much different you think it is as far as public transportation and a school bus though? Like a school bus driver, like is it because they kids? Is it any added
No, I think it's different, and I mean because I'm comparing it to society again. Two grown dudes outside and they knuckling up. You don't know who's gonna do what. I'm not gonna mess with them. I'm like, hey, somebody go get them. Call the police. Out here fighting. If it's two 10-year-olds. I'm gonna break it up. On the school bus, it is because you're an adult. You are in a position of authority. You know what I'm saying? But after people reach a certain age, then you know what I'm saying. You're away from Plus, on the school bus, it's the same people every day. You kind of have a relationship.
True.
They are told you need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Even from the school, you got other people backing you up.
Right.
DOT, somebody getting stumped out. I'm like, hey, they ring the bell. Right, that's all I'm worried about. Did I make my stuff?
Now this was in Florida, and the thing is, my whole thing is, dude, like 69, he gonna get killed. Fuck with these kids.
Unless he's the oldest.
He's the oldest. But the crazy thing about it though is, I feel like he did everything he was supposed to do, dog. Not from the video, he calling dispatch, calling the police, dog. Dude was petrified, dog. And I can't blame him. If I'm 69, 15-year-old kids, man, they killing niggas. Right. So I don't know. I probably, like I said, at our age, yeah, we did either one thing. We did either broke that shit up, or secondly, they wouldn't have even did that shit when one of us driving a bus. You know what I'm saying?
And thirdly, if that was my son would have came home and said, Dad had to whip these 3 dudes' ass. You know what I'm saying?
Just got every man in the building. Everybody.
Right. Jeez.
Right. That's why I said we got this thing in the building, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, hey, so 2 G's, man. We're going to hit you up right quick because you ain't got to hear. So, what you think, dog? You know what I'm saying? What if that was Ace on the bus getting stumped out?
I mean, like you just said, man, keep it simple. Like it should be some type of authority on there, but or they should have put people in a position that, you know what I'm saying, like train, like security. I mean, like train them to security, you know, the bus. You know what I'm saying? Instead
that's
of just
what's coming next anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there should be some type of authority or something, like you said, though.
Oh, it don't spin. You can't spin it.
But should be something like that.
Yeah. Now with that though, basically what we was talking about was like the bus drivers. You know, before y'all got down here, basically, they not trained to defuse shit. So how can you expect? Now, the thing I was mad about was that you gotta stop it because it's gonna cut off. Still keep cutting off. Plus, it's gonna go on the speaker. But what I'm saying, the thing is though is that the person who trying to get dude charged is the police. Yeah. That's the crazy shit. It's the police sergeant talking about. You know, he felt like the dude should have did more.
Thomas Woodman.
Right, Thomas Woodman. You know what I'm saying? Like dude's 69 years old. Now, if he'd have jumped in there and broke one of them little niggas' collarbones or something, then the bus driver.
One of the kids'
collarbones. They'd have been suing the bus company, the city, the school. Shit, he wouldn't have no job. Niggas would be having to carpool to school and shit. Everything be fucked up. So, for him to even, I don't know. I don't even see where he thought that was the right thing to do. He the police sergeant.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So basically, what you're telling me is, at that point, does anything go though? Like, if I'm breaking up a fight, does anything go? Right. Like, do I get to beat the shit out of a little kid? Like, because if not, I'm not even jumping in that shit. If I can't jump in there and then defend myself, I ain't doing it.
So as soon as you grab somebody up under the armpit, and your thumb leave a bruise, you can get charged.
Right. Yeah. So now these little dudes, they didn't beat the shit out of my man and shit. Then they gonna fuck around and sue you.
Yeah.
You know that's what's gonna happen.
Their mamas and
Exactly. Hey, don't forget, man. If you on Ustream, eblockradio.com, Spreaker.com, hit us up 760-283-4647. Man, we live in the basement. Though we got the whole crew. We got the band back together. Somebody needs to go get some fried pickles though or something. I'm just saying. I got 10 on it. I got 20 on it. We can get 2 of it. Hey, but look, so this is my thing too. Now, how, because basically we're talking about, you know, bus drivers, but I want to talk about public transportation, period. Yeah. So how different is this from, you know, from a taxi driver? You know, how different is that? Like, is it because mostly taxi drivers dealing with grown people? Like, is it a difference?
Yes, and
that's a closer, you know, that's closer proximity. Shit, it's easier to get your shit fucked up.
No, not really, because the cab got the big ass glass right in front of you.
Yeah,
you gotta get out the car and to get around to the and once you get out the car, you skip.
You know, with a cab, that's kind of different. Yeah, no, I don't care stuff like that. Let me cut you off, P.
No, you good. I'm just saying, you really don't have too many kids catching cabs by themselves.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You don't have kids catching cabs. Plus, a cab driver is set up different from what a bus system is.
Yeah.
A cab driver, that's his car, and he's just connected to the company as a dispatch. But it's his own personal business.
True.
So he got a heater on his lap already. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he just be like, hey, y'all cut it out, or you know what I'm saying?
But you can't do that as a bus driver.
It's different. If he get in trouble, the cab company not getting in trouble because of him, because it's really his business. They just, you know what I'm saying, it's a little trick back to the cab company.
Now look, this is, I'm going to throw this way back to some shit we talked about before, and that was about when they was talking about changing the law to where, you know, people in school,
Keep laughing.
where people in school could, okay, anyway, where administrators in school could, you know, take pistols to school and shit. Now, Is that any different from a bus driver being able to carry a pistol?
It all depends on what bus driver. School bus driver?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll probably say no.
Nah. I was hoping he was gonna say that, Angry Man. I was hoping he was gonna say that, Angry Man. I'm gonna tell you why. I was hoping he was gonna say that because you said it's all right for my algebra teacher to have
I
one.
didn't say your algebra teacher. I said a armed officer. I said nothing. I said go back and look and listen to it. I said
Because we got the
okay, go ahead. I said
we got the archive. Hey, what bell on that? What's ring
I
bell?
said an officer, a trained officer, a police officer. I didn't say nothing about the principal carrying no
I do
gun.
remember that. I remember that.
Okay, I wasn't for sure.
You wrong.
Nah.
I'm wrong. Shut your ass. So you ain't been in the studio in 4 months. That's why you started fighting this one. Ring the bell.
On his own show. But that's no different than the like you said, the algebra teacher having a gun. Now I don't agree with the teacher having a gun.
Okay.
I agree with it being an armed officer.
Somebody who's trained.
Somebody trained. You know, like a sheriff, a DPS cop, or a DPD cop. Somebody. State police. Somebody.
Security.
Now, so let me ask y'all this too, though. Do you think because of incidents like this, should bus companies and shit like that start training drivers to defuse violent shit?
Yeah, I think they should get paid more. Hell yeah. Because you
Well, they don't have to get paid when you do all that training shit.
Not necessarily give them a gun, but at least like a stun gun or a taser or some shit.
Or just the mace, some techniques on how to defuse shit. Like they don't even. It ain't like I would guess. I don't even know. Do they have conflict resolution like training?
What was the
shit like that? You would think. Hey, that's the idea. We can have a business. You know?
A lot of this stuff has been happening, man. Right up here at the street from where we live, the bus stop that. On the corner because the dude stepped on the dude's shoes when he was standing too close.
Yeah.
Stabbed him.
So
what's happening on all the buses? What they gonna do is they gonna have to start putting security officers on the bus.
I was going to say that.
My man,
it ain't even gotta be nobody. It ain't even gotta be
the police.
Mr. Bourne. You know what I'm saying, man? Just somebody in uniform. Because half the people who security at stores and banks, they can't secure nothing. You know what I'm saying? What do they secure? But it's a show of force, and it stops a lot of fools.
And they should get my man. What's the bus driver to uppercut the little girl on the bus? They should get him to train.
Going to jail now.
Going to jail now. They should get him to train all the bus drivers.
You ain't fucking around with.
If you are on.
Bet you're going to have some problems with it.
eblockradio.com and smooth.com. Hit 760-283-4647. Wow. Bananas up. But my thing too though now, especially in our city, I don't know if this is going to work, everywhere else.
That was closed when I painted them.
She's stupid. But in our city, man, as much as they crying about the the income for police officers, who you gonna get to?
The sheriff. They really don't have nothing to do with them.
Really?
Niggas on the bus. The DPS police is put them niggas on the bus.
Put them on the bus?
Yeah, put them on the bus.
You
got DPS police.
Yeah. I mean, I figure like on the Van Dyke and the motherfucking Linwood and that crosstown Warren bitch, they need to go ahead and put gang squad on that motherfucker. That's let me put gang squad on that bitch. Just let them with their black t-shirts on with their motherfucking chains.
I think they're stretching the DPD too thin, man.
Yeah.
You gotta respond to this, go here, go there, go there. What the fuck is these other officers doing?
Right.
I mean, shit. Put some security downtown in the courtrooms and put them sheriffs out on the goddamn street.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Detroit. It ain't like we don't need the fucking help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, but the thing is, they need all the help, but don't nobody want to take the position because it ain't paying enough to risk your life like you are.
Fucking angry man for mayor.
I mean, shit really paying enough. For your life. I mean, what the fuck is really paying enough unless you're doing 6 days?
True.
I mean, what the fuck?
Shit, more than 30,000.
It's like he just said. A lot of times, and it goes back to what I said about having an armed officer in the school. A lot of times, shit won't happen if you have that presence.
Kind of presence,
yeah. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers do. Them kids did that dumb shit because they knew they can get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, right. Like I heard you say when I came in the studio, one of us was on that bus, a young
That's what happened.
Nah, then it go back to what Mr. Money always say.
Mr. Parenting.
Thank you.
Gosh, shit.
You know what I mean? And then it piggyback on something else. Back in our day, we wouldn't have did no shit like that on the bus. The bus driver would have pulled that bitch over and handled that shit.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
He would have pulled that bitch over. We would have got our ass whooped, got home, got another ass whooped, and then got kicked out of school.
Exactly. Yeah, like these 3 niggas, man. Shit, we got our ass beat before the police did anything with us.
Right.
Like, you on the bus, go, what?
Right. I sent you to school for what?
Right, exactly. I mean, even when daddies wasn't fucking with you, they ain't fucking with you on some shit like that.
They be waiting for y'all to get out that
Right.
bitch.
Yeah, bring them Jordans. We gonna bring that ass with you.
That bitch come mad.
Right.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna ask y'all this now. Obviously, we a different age bracket, but would y'all have stopped it? Would y'all have intervened?
Yep.
You would have?
I mean, you said I didn't actually see the video, tell the truth, but you said it was 3 little dudes.
3 little dudes, they 15, it was 13-year-old dudes, though. They got them in between the seats, giving them work, nigga. So my man, he on the horn, calling for help, but he just never physically stepped in to intervene.
I mean, at my age, I would have stopped it, man. 'Cause, I mean, so y'all want to fight, man. Like, I'm an old head, man.
Right.
Like, y'all want to fight, over. Y'all just scrap it out. It was a school bus, right?
It's a school bus, yeah.
Y'all scrap it out. No, hey, put your camera up. Put your phone up. Put your phone up. You know,
Now, this was a camera from the bus, though. That's how I got filmed. This was a camera actually, posted in the bus.
On a 2-on-1, I would have broke it up, man. I was like,
3-on-1.
3-on-1.
They gave that little nigga to work.
I would have broke that up. I would have broke it up. At my age, but at 69, yeah, I ain't fucking with I ain't fucking with little young niggas.
No, but the funny thing is, like I was telling you, did you know the story about what
I
happened?
heard a little bit about it, but I ain't.
Yeah, basically, what they saying, I don't know if it's been, certified and everything, but they said that they tried to sell a little nigga some weed, and he told his teacher, like, man, they tried to sell me some weed, so I guess they got in trouble. So they waited till they got on the bus and just tried to stump him out.
That's the little
Snitches get
fault.
stitches.
No, that ain't snitch, nigga. You know who to sell weed to, who not to sell.
Yeah, that's that dumb ass fault.
You know that nigga don't smoke. What the fuck?
Now, right now, though, they was just saying that these dudes probably just go get probation, though.
Ain't no probably. That shit was on the news.
Oh, it was already on there?
Beat down in the weed. That's all they can get.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man, dude.
No, but they 15 with access to weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, man? It's a whole bigger story in the whole shit.
And that type of ride.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the biggest story?
I don't know. I didn't listen to that weed.
Cause they think they're the dope man. Everybody think they gonna be the nickel bag king for the rest of their life, and that's really what they gonna end up being. Like, selling nickel bags your whole life, that just ain't go. Like, if that's what you plan on doing, like, yeah, I think you better get you
another career.
Unless
Unless
you got a plug from Sosa himself.
No, I'm telling you. Or that better be your sidekick. That better be, like, you better have a 9 to 5 and you better throw some nickels on the side. If selling nickels is your claim to fame, I'm sorry, bro. You got to be a whole lot of 13-year-old ass before you get something. I don't know exactly what it is. But I've been trying to follow the story. And they still I haven't heard nothing from the parents, from either one. I don't know.
I heard a glimpse of it on the news. They was just saying my kid ain't a bad kid, and he made a wrong decision. Nah.
One of the kids doing the jumping or a little nigga that jumping?
No, doing the jump. I believe that was the story.
Yeah.
Quote me on that.
Well, like I said, it's so scary. It's like they not really saying that, and that's strange to me. We talking about some serious shit. This shit made national news. That shit happened in Florida, nigga. We know about it.
Right.
So I mean,
Well,
shit.
I'm about to be in the schools with the anti-bullying. Twitter, Derek speaks.
That's what's up.
The queen of Florida, they're free.
Shit out of himself.
But you know what? That actually does go with it, though. I mean, that is bullying. It is bullying, and it's a problem now. I think it's a worse problem because I think the shit that kids going through, I think for them, a lot of shit is a little more scarier than it was for us. I don't know. I guess it's just a lot of niggas who, like you said, like, dang, they was probably awestruck. Like, oh, these niggas selling weed in school. Like, they from the streets.
From the street.
Right, and some people, they're not equipped to, to deal with that type of, so they can get bullied. Then, you got niggas like us, you're not going to get bullied.
See, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? My sons growing up, they don't know about it. They, they square about it, you know what I mean? But they ain't gonna get stumped out like that, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what to do, have to get out that situation, you know.
Hey, but like my man Angry Man be saying, dog, he must have had no friends, dog. I ain't being funny. But his friends was not supposed to let him get stumped out on the bus like that. Like, even You know, I guess he pulled like one of the Cleopas joints. We're gonna talk about that after we get on camera.
Yeah.
You know? I had to pour that to the crowd's attention because I wasn't sure. We're gonna talk about that in a minute though.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying. That's off the air.
That's commercial.
You know? Right.
Yeah, I gotta
But
hear this shit, dog.
yeah, I gotta hear this shit. Now what's gonna happen though? I mean, because they talking about. You know, this public transportation is bigger than just, you know, buses and school buses. I mean, they talking about, you know, getting a little, not a light rail, but like some shit like that, you know what I'm saying, to commute from the city to the suburbs. I mean, once you break down shit like that, I think in order to, well, this is my concept. I think once they do some shit like that, it's gonna have to automatically have security on it. Like, I don't think you can't wait. Like, you can't try to treat it like we can't have we can't have a subway here.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
it's some shit that happened in other places where it's funny to me that they get away with some of the shit they do, because like maybe like for us, I guess everything's just too grimy. Like, I just can't believe how New York worked. Like,
with
all
the
the
volume
people,
of
with the volume of people, I can't believe how that shit worked.
It's cool.
I cannot believe how that shit worked.
I probably think the Mayor Giuliani rule kick in then. You know, that nigga was giving niggas 40
Yeah.
years for stealing Snickers. They set that like they always had it. So
Yeah.
the probably the punishment for robbing a nigga on the subway is probably like, man, that shit ain't even working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Cause I'm just surprised. They're like, cause when I was there, I'm just like you said, the volume. Like, I mean, the shit, the little rock, nigga. That's all that shit, Little Rock. Nigga, that bitch is overcrowded, and there they don't have no sense of personal space, nigga. So like that's why when I was there, I was weirded out, cause you can be on the subway and the motherfucker lay on you, dog. Like I mean, lay on you and won't even acknowledge you. Like, excuse me, cuz, nothing. Like, what the fuck? At the crib, it's going down. Hey, excuse me, Miss Lady, bitch. Hey. The crib is going down.
Like, it's different.
Excuse me, like bitch.
I walk into the stove, from the stupid shit. I'm walking, and I see motherfucking Domino's nigga delivering pizza on the bike. That can't happen, dog. I'm like, what? But don't get me wrong, it's still fucked up. Like, you will still get fucked up out there, but it's just weird. Like I don't know.
But even New York, I got so bad, and this might be a subject for next week. Once they start doing the stop and frisk, when they start allowing that, everybody's state of mind changed in New York.
Yeah, because you don't want to just get caught up.
Act right on, because police could stop you
anytime
for nothing,
yeah.
and frisk you, and they could follow you and do it 3 minutes later, and then do it another 20 minutes later, basically for nothing, taking you. And after they did that, New York straightened right on up, man.
Yeah.
Over the past 10 years,
That's
they
cold
got
blooded.
they act right on after they stop and frisk.
That's cold blooded.
Need to bring that shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Need to be cold.
They do it in the hood though.
Yeah. Jump out, boy.
Jump out on Dog, they jumped out on live the other day.
Oh, yeah?
In front of my house.
Wow.
No, I'm standing outside on the phone. Yeah, you were here. I'm standing outside on the phone. He riding by. So he seen me, so he bagged up. So jump out boys hitting the corner right there. I see when they looked, I'm like, damn, they gonna hit that corner. No, they swooped on him, right? So him and his mans got out. He started walking towards me. My man, you know, the little white dude jumped out, swole his head like, hey. Now I had his hand up on the car and shit, ran through all this shit. Now I was like, man, they. But you know what? Niggas ain't had shit. I wasn't doing shit, so I don't give a fuck. Like, at first it used to piss me off, but now I'm like, dog, you know what? If that's what you need to do to get this situation together, then go ahead and do that shit, because I ain't doing shit.
Right.
So you only scared when you're doing something.
gonna catch me with it.
Find some videos.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that, man.
Yeah, I didn't even peep that though. Hey, we're gonna go to the phone lines right quick though. Don't forget, man, if you're on Ustream, hit us up 760-283-4647, man. Hit us up, hit that number 1 key.
Hit the 1 key.
I got he did that a long time. Hit up 313-995. You on live straight from the E Block. Holla at your boy.
What up, dog? Alright.
E Block, what up? I just want to give a shout out to my homeboy with the livest beard I've seen in about 30 years. My homeboy got the livest beard.
What you talking about? Oh, yeah, he in the building.
Without good genes, God, and soul glow, he wouldn't have a gay
Soul glow.
that he
He
had.
said soul glow, dog. Respect your soul.
But the topic is about the bus driver or whatever.
Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah, what do you think? Like, does the bus driver have a responsibility to like intervene violence on his bus?
I think it's a win-lose situation. When it's more than one, yeah, he should intervene. When you see a kid
four against one. Come on, man. That's the game. That's considered gang violence, and it's like I forget. It's a legal term when more than one person is beating on a person. So it's like at that point you should step into a point. But it's 1-on-1. As long as I wouldn't say as long as they're not, but as long as it's not getting to knives and guns, things like that. It's like, man, all you can do is snatch both of them up, throw them off the bus. So when you just flat out see it, just 4-on-1, 5-on-1, 10-on-1, I mean, it's called human decency. It's about being a human being.
Yeah.
Come on, help them out.
I feel that, but
Help the
dude,
kids off the bus and protect the kids.
dude's 69 years old though. I mean, you really expect him to be able to stop that though? I mean, he called for help.
Which is how do I say this right? To be sound politically. Like,
What you saying is it's fucked up that he's still working.
You work it fast. You work it. It's a touch. It's difficult with that because you're like, should this 69-year-old man be operating a vehicle? Half the people that's over 65, that's our grandparents. We don't like him behind the wheel of a car, but we gonna put him behind the wheel of a bus.
You really gonna take his good? You gonna take his good?
That's 100 though.
You gonna take his good?
I'm just saying, like, just be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Our reflex is slowing down as we get older. It's just, I probably shouldn't be behind the car when I'm 69. Let alone the bus.
Right.
But it all depends. Like I said, it's the touch and touch. You just gotta be careful. If you can pass on a tested line cars, that 69-year-old man keep his job. But you gotta realize, like, man, to a point, you're a civil servant. Bus drivers, police department, firefighters, civil servants.
Right.
Yeah, the students paying the tax. You gotta do something for the civil servants, for the citizens of the city. So it's difficult. Like it's a thin line that you can say he should do it, or it's a thin line that he shouldn't do it. Then like I said, I go back to the level when the dude knocked the old girl out on the bus or whatever. The Cleveland dude, when people so steady, just seeing all that go down, but nobody stepped up. You see 3 or 4 girls jump on that one little girl from the picture you showed online. But it's a good 6 people just sitting there, just looking at letting that little girl get beat to death. Like, come on now. Right. Yet again, I'm taking it back to us as a people. Like, when are we gonna start caring about each other? But how many people actually probably post you gonna see online on World Star that little girl getting her ass whooped?
Right.
Somebody gonna turn into another Street Fighter video. But nobody said nothing. Nobody stopped him. So that's my main thing.
I feel.
Even though he's 69, what about the 7, 8 people that the 20-year-old, 30-year-old saw 3 little girls jump on that one little girl? We don't care about each other no more. I'm listening to Michael Jackson right now, getting a little emotional. I'm sorry.
No, but I definitely feel what you're saying. But at the same time, though, I mean, I think because of the way things been going on, the violent nature that's going on around us, I think that has, that kind of has detoured people from, being heroic or doing what's hypothetically the right thing to do. So as
the right thing or the right thing to do?
The right thing, bro. Right.
W-H or R-I-G?
R-I-G-H-T, bro. The right thing.
Okay.
In that order.
I was going to say, racist motherfucker.
No, but my thing is this, though. I think that, it would have been, I guess I'll say it would have been nice if he had to intervene. Do I think that's his job? No. And I don't think he should be charged for not intervening. But if you think...
No, he shouldn't be charged.
If you think that he should intervene, then bus companies and and the like that are hiring these bus drivers are going to have to start implementing that into training, some type of training on how to diffuse violence on your bus.
Self-protection.
Exactly, yeah. Because without that, I don't expect him to do nothing. He's not being trained to do.
Right, make it legal too. They're gonna have to write new laws.
Right, give him riot gear, give him mace, a taser.
What did Mug Money say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what did Mug Money say?
That was my man D Will.
Mug Money.
That was D Will.
Oh, who?
D Will.
D Will. Oh, D Will.
Next caller.
Hey, thanks for the call, bro.
Appreciate you, cuz.
D Will.
Hey, on that note, man, we about to be out, dog. But we gonna go around the block one last time, man. So we talking about bus drivers, man. What do you think their responsibility is when it comes to violence on their bus, man? We're gonna start with D. Will, man. What you say?
Dude. Bus driver should drive the bus.
Right, simple as that. Bus driver should drive the bus, huh? That's what's up. Angry man, what you say?
Nobody over 45 should do the job, man. Let's keep it real.
But damn, that's fucked up. These niggas retired playing together.
Retired playing at 45.
No, I'm not saying that. It's a lot of jobs they can do. Like, take my pops. He in his 60s. He drive at the airport.
Right.
Ain't shit jumping over that motherfucker, man.
Right.
Nah. You know, you just gotta, I mean,
No,
you're not hiring
as the shit pop up, I mean, as the shit pop up at the airport, it's going down.
I mean, you got to hold them drivers responsible for what goes on in that bus because the kids are in your care. Like if there's an accident, it's his fault all fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a fight. It's not his fault.
Not his fault. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over 45, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
2 G's. What you say?
I mean, I say it's gonna keep being situations with kids jumping kids on buses.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, I mean, I think it should be some type of authority or something, or some type of trained security guard or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my kid getting jumped on, whether he snitched or not, or whether, you know what I'm saying? It just, shit, like you said, it's just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna have 3 kids jumping on one little dude?
Right.
You know?
Mama, what you say?
Man, hire me. Hire me on that motherfucking bus, man. I'm telling you, dog. First thing, kids gonna know to keep their eyes straight. Don't even look at the motherfucker next to you. You know? Yeah, they gonna want to get on my bus. You know what I'm saying? Their mama's gonna be shooting their ass.
They know over there like, oh, that nigga has switches on the bus.
As soon as I pull up, they like, oh, this nigga, man.
Hey, it used to be more drivers like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, god damn. And they all used to be women though.
Spit your come out. No, make you come out. All that
motherfucker to and from safe though.
Yeah. With no issues.
No issues, dog. Alright, so we're gonna wrap it up, man. But on that note, straight up, the bus driver, man, it's not their obligation. If it does become their obligation, then they need to start being trained to do so. And like my man Angry Man said, they need to start being compensated for it. Exactly. So no, my man down in Florida should not be charged for not intervening, dog. Shout out for him for even doing what he did, because some bus drivers might have just kept rolling and didn't do nothing. He just reported and tried to get some help. So that's what I'm saying. And
Brooks little hit.
What's up? Oh, you retarded, man. Hey, on that note, man, we about to thank everybody for checking us out on Ustream. Everybody check us out on Spreaker.com. Everybody on www.eblockradio.com. And we about here. The livest cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block, dog. Live in the basement with the whole crew. Is your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
Let's do my money.
Stay angry, baby.
2 G's.
D. Will.
What? I don't even know, but you know how we do, man. We about it, dog. Hey, shout out to my nigga Buzz, man. R.I.P. is almost his birthday, cuz. Almost my nigga birthday, dog. We out here.
Death date.
That Buzz in this bitch.
Hey, I heard this shit in a minute.
That boy. What up, Doc? What up, Rick? On my fat boy class shit, polo on this class shit. Half on one king dog, higher than some bitch. In the shoe from Nashville, hit me flat, I'm first, yeah. Unforgivable first, yeah. Yo, bitch, it's my time, yeah. Bitch, no, that's some shit. Come on, you know, that's some street. Big bird, no, that's some street. Both sides, no, that's me. Black club, no, that's G. Black them like that's G. That's free. Never put out for free. That's what we think of the law. I'm a motherfucking dog. I got stacks. I make it. Some other fat nigga do me like this. Boy, fresh. Bad boy, fresh.
5 minutes.